Hi, this is Bob Rapp with Ellensburg Morning Rotary, and today I'm just presenting a conversation for the team to think about on privacy and how we protect our members. So I'd like to start with the notion of what a directory is. We have paper directories. Some people have paper directories. Some people use Club Runner, some people use DACDB, but International says that the only things that we have to actually put in the database at minimum is a name and a email address, and that's it. And so I want to talk a little bit about privacy. So Club Runner is a Canadian-based site, and they protect your privacy. Many of us have been using Club Runner since we were members, 5, 10, 15 years ago. There is a new decision by the district to use something called DACDB, and that's where the new features will be added. I think that probably makes sense. Privacy policy at International is they follow all of the laws in all of the countries they operate in, and they are liable for any privacy issues. So I want to take a few minutes and talk about 3 things that I do to protect my privacy when I don't want people to know anything about me. The first is I'd suggest, and by the way, I'm offering to our membership to help them with this. I use a browser called DuckDuckGo. Its purpose is to be a highly secure browser that doesn't track you. That's its purpose for living, right? It hides your email address, it blocks cookies, you can watch YouTube without ads, and it doesn't allow anybody to, search for you or track you. The second thing I use is a thing called Proton Mail, and I have an email address that you may be able to see here called serviceaboveself999@proton.me, which is the address that I put into Club Runner. So by the way, I can get that from my normal phone or from my desktop, but Proton Mail is a free service based in Switzerland that is a highly private service. The third thing I do is I have a Google Voice number. So when you call my Google Voice number, which is in my membership directories, 509-731-4959, it just goes to a screener, and if I want to take the call, I can have it forwarded to a phone. Otherwise, it just goes to voicemail, and I can check the voicemail if I want to or if I don't, right? And then finally, I use a VPN. For those who are not familiar, there's a lot of different VPNs or virtual private networks. I use Hotspot Shield Premium. It does cost some money. I use it on all of my computers and phones and iPads and other stuff. So just to get to the core concept, we have Club Runner now, right? And we use that to run our clubs. We have DACDB. It's pretty sensible that since both Club Runner and DACDB have the same privacy policies and manage privacy based on what Rotary International tells them to, it's a non-unique problem. You may not like being in Club Runner, you may not like being in a printed directory, you may not like being in DACDB, but for a social service club that needs to contact its members, that's how we contact each other. So that's the thing. If you need help on a privacy tune-up, I've shown you 3 free tools. So DuckDuckGo is a secure browser. Proton Mail or Gmail are secure emails that obscure your identity. The Google Voice, which is also a free service, obscures your identity. And the other thing just to remember is most folks don't know their username and password for Club Runner unless they're part of the leadership team. So make sure you know your username and password. Make sure you can change it, every some regular period of time. Hopefully that's helpful, and hopefully this is service above self.